Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Dakota Calvert, Product Marketing Manager at the SanDisk brand at Western Digital. Thank you for joining us, Dakota.
Thank you, Fred. Happy to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Well, thank you. First off, we want to talk about what's brand new. That is the Extreme Pro Portable SSD.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, right, our Extreme Pro Portable SSD is our newest portable SSD. It's lightning fast. It runs on an NVMe SSD, so you get about 1050 megabytes per second. That's extremely fast, right? Most of the SSDs out there in the market that are mainstream run at about 550 megabytes a second, as did our previous generation, the Extreme Portable SSD. But this one, we stepped it up a notch and go up to 1050 megabytes a second. It also has that really nice red aluminum casing that you can see around the drive. And what that does, it adds a little bit of extra durability, but it also acts as a heat sink to pull the heat away from the drive and be able to sustain higher speeds. We start at 500 gigabytes per second and go all the way up to 2 terabytes.
Tell us about the typical use case scenario for something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. This drive is tailor-made to be used for photo editing, video editing. It's designed to be on the go. It's designed to be taken with you, right? It's got a nice little silicone backing. It's got an IP55 rating, so you can drop it in water, drop it in dust. The drive's not going to break, right? It's not. We're far beyond the old days of a spinning hard drive where you can drop it, the drive cracks, the arm breaks. You're not going to break this drive, right? It's got a 2-meter drop resistance. You're not going to break this drive. Believe me, I've dropped mine many times and it's still running.
And the connection options here.
Definitely. The drive itself is a USB Type-C, 3.2 Gen 2, and it'll ship with a USB-C to C cord and a USB-C to USB-A cord. So it's compatible with both your Macs, your PCs right out of the box. Don't have to do anything, just plug and play.
What's really neat about it is having all this capacity and something that easily slides into a shirt pocket.
Exactly. You mentioned you could just slide it right into your shirt pocket, right? It's smaller than most of your smartphones nowadays, so you have no problem slipping it into your pocket, carrying it with you. Some of the issues you get with smaller drives is thermals, and so when your drive starts to heat up, it'll slow down, and you start wasting time. So that nice red aluminum casing I was talking about earlier, what that does is allow us to keep this drive's footprint really small, but still maintain those fast speeds that you're going to receive from this drive. It's a really great benefit.
And with so many people shooting 4K video with phones even and cameras, yep, the need for this kind of capacity is greater than ever.
Absolutely. You hit it right on the nail, right? The 4K video, I was speaking to one of our SanDisk Extreme Team ambassadors the other day, and what he said was 4K is no longer optional for him. He has to shoot in 4K, 6K, 8K to be able to then edit down to get down to a 4K viewable size on a screen, right? For people to actually digest and consume. And now more than ever, you mentioned it, 4K is on smartphones, right? It's mainstream at this point. So you need a drive that can take all of those massive, rich video files, edit them down quickly without wasting your time, and moving them around, and have that capacity to be able to store all of those massive files. This drive just does it perfectly.
Talk a little bit more about the design. You alluded to it before, but besides being designed to dissipate heat, the design itself is pretty spectacular. Tell me what you've done here.
Definitely. We have that nice little carabiner loop hole on the top right-hand side. And so what that does is it allows you to tie it into your bag, so you know it's always there with you. Along with that carabiner loop, it has a nice little silicone casing around the entire drive, and it just adds a really nice premium feel. It feels good in the hand. It feels good on the bag. It looks good. It feels good. And, when you look good and you feel good, all of the content you're creating it's just going to be better, right? Because you're more confident about what you're doing.
What should consumers expect, or buyers expect, in terms of the longevity of a drive like this?
Great question. We offer a 5-year warranty on this drive. That's one of the highest warranties you'll see on many portable SSDs out there in the market. It's flash memory, right? So flash memory, as I mentioned before, is much different than a spinning hard drive, right? You can drop this thing and it's not going to break. There's no moving parts like an HDD. This thing is really durable, and it's meant for life, right? You can drop it, by accident, and you're going to be able to keep using it.
Well, you said that this comes in several different capacities. Tell us about the pricing and availability.
Totally. So right now, our westerndigital.com store is running some great promotional pricing, actually. Our 1 terabyte is running at $209 and MSRP is at $280. Our 2 terabyte is promo pricing right now of $322 and normally retails at $430. And our 500 gigabyte is right now at $142 and normally retails at $190. These are actually some really great promo prices right now, and it would be a great time to pick one up. Other than that, you can pick them up online at Amazon or Best Buy. Most of our online retailer partners have them.
And for that promotional pricing, people go to SanDisk.com?
Yep, SanDisk.com will take you there.
Terrific. Once again, it's the Extreme Pro Portable SSD from SanDisk at Western Digital. Dakota, Calvert, thank you for taking the time with us.
Awesome. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate it.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C-Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C-Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C-Crane.